I don't do distractions. I'm coming back in.
To the bank. Yo, what it do? It's your boys Juice and Lil. We back here with another episode for y'all, man. And it's gonna be an interesting one because we on the football talks and the playoffs is here. It's basically here. You might as well say it's here. And we're gonna be looking at these playoff pictures, these playoff standings, and we're just gonna see it's so close. It's so close. I think all the teams who's outside looking in and already inside is just one game behind each other. It's tough, man. It's tough, man. AFC, NFC, it's tough, man. But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna dive into it. So, J. Lou, go ahead, take us in, man.
All right. We're going to go into the NFC, actually. Kind of the least interesting conference. The first 5 teams have already clinched a playoff spot. Green Bay, Dallas, Los Angeles Rams, Bucks, and the Arizona Cardinals all have clinched a playoff spot. That's 5 teams, as there is 7 teams now this season in the NFL playoffs. And right now, Niners hold the 6th spot, 8-7. They're 1-4 in the division. They just came off a loss to the Titans this past weekend, and they have QB problems. Jimmy Garoppolo has a torn ligament in his throwing hand, which is very significant. I think it's his index finger they were talking about, and that would put Trey Lance at quarterback if he's out. I don't know as of right now, of course. It's only Tuesday. But Trey Lance is a rookie, and they would be going against a Texans team that just spanked the Chargers last weekend, who's dealing a lot of COVID. Didn't have Eckler, didn't have Mike Williams. So the Texans clearly will put up a fight against that Niners team. But do you think the Niners can hold on for this playoff spot?
If they do, it's gonna be because of that defense. If they do, it's because of the defense. Jimmy G, they could have beat the Titans if Jimmy G didn't just go completely just stupid mode that whole game, especially second half. But there's just no reason that you need to lose that game like how you did. You only lost by 3 with that many mistakes that you did. That was easily a game you could have won. So if the defense is if the opposing team is putting up points on your defense and your offense is dealing with issues, I just don't see it, especially Jimmy G. He'll have flashes where he's okay, and then he'll just go back to being bad. So, hey, I just don't think the 49ers will make it. But in place of them, I'm looking at the Vikings. I'm looking at the Vikings in place of them. Only 2 games, and 2 games left. They could definitely steal. The Eagles, they're at that 7th spot at 8-7. Do I think they're going to finish out on top? Not on top of the Vikings? I don't know, because Saints, I think they're done. Even though they're right there, I think they're done. I think I just don't see the Saints coming back and making it the football team. I'm not even going to waste my time. The Falcons are right there. Who would have thought? Who would have thought the Falcons are right there? At the beginning of the season, we were looking at them. We were laughing at them. But hey, this team, I think the 49ers go out. I think the Vikings go up. I think the Eagles stay at 7th. But I just think the Vikings go up to 6. Yeah.
Okay. Based off last night, you talked about the Saints. They did lose to the Dolphins. They didn't have Taysom Hill at quarterback, though. Ian Book started. They only put up 3 points. We're going to talk about the AFC soon, but the NFC still The Niners have a significant chance now to make playoffs. Entering last night, it was at 76%. And right now, they're at close to 80% to making playoffs, if not over that. I think the Niners, they will make playoffs. They got the Texans. Like I said, I mean, not really talented team. I expect them, like you said, their defense to show up, and I expect the run game to show up big time, especially if Trey Lance is playing, take some pressure off him. I mean, they got Kittle and Deebo Samuel both having good seasons so far when they're on the field. So I think that Trey Lance has weapons to work with, the repertory. If Jimmy Garoppolo's out, I think they can make that playoff push into the playoffs this year. At the 6th spot, the Vikings, that's a good one. The only problem with them is they play the Packers this week. Now, they lose that game, probably not making playoffs. Eagles play the football team this week, and then the Cowboys to end the season. And the way the football team's been playing after getting blown up by the Cowboys on Sunday night, I think the Eagles beat them pretty easily. They have quarterback issues, football team. Defense is struggling now after they won 4 straight to get to 500. So I think the Eagles could wrap up that 7th spot with a win against the football team this upcoming Sunday. If not, then you brought up the Vikings. I was gonna get to them. They play the Packers. If they lose that, they're out. Then they play the Bears. I could see them beating the Bears. I mean, Bears not really good this year.
Yeah.
But so for my remaining teams, of course, the top 5 probably stays the same. We're gonna talk about the top 5 in a sec, but in the hunt for me, I gotta go Niners and Eagles being the last 2 spots.
Okay.
And you had the Vikings.
Yeah, I had Vikings. I had Vikings and Eagles. So out of your 7 that you have making it, who's going to the Super Bowl?
The NFC. See, I was just about to talk about that. I think NFC, it comes down who has home field in some games. Now, if it stays the same, the Packers got a 1-game lead over everybody right now. This first spot, like I said, they play the Vikings and then they play the Lions. So I think they play the Lions. I'm pretty sure they play the Lions last week. Yeah, they do. But so they can easily in the first seed at 14-3. Going through Lambeau in the January again. I mean, we've seen it last year. There was a collapse by their defense and coaching in the 4th quarter. Of course, you played against a healthy Bucs team. That's not the case this year, though. So I'm guaranteeing the Packers get the first spot. All right, that's a done deal. They get it. Boom. The Cowboys play the Eagles wild card. Cowboys should win that. They should win that, but it's the Cowboys, so they may fold. But their defense, Michael Parsons, my Rookie of the Year prediction, definitely going to win that award.
Yeah,
he's in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year as well as his teammate Trayvon Diggs. But I don't see the Cowboys losing at home in the wild card. Then would be Rams-Niners. Now, last time they played, Niners obliterated them on the ground. But that was when Robert Woods did tear his ACL and they just got Odell. So maybe the Rams dealing with quarterback issues for the Niners. Jimmy G will be healthy by playoff time. I think the Rams can pull that one out, wild card. So it would be Rams advancing Cowboys, and then it'll be the Bucs and Cardinals for me. That's a good game. That'll be a good game. Bucs have home field. I think the Bucks will squeeze that one out as of right now. But it would have to be off the strength of clearly Tom Brady because they lost Shaq Barrett. He's dealing with ACL, MCL sprains. You also lost Mike Evans. He's dealing with hamstring. He'll probably be back playoff time. I heard. I don't know about Leonard Fournette or Chris God. I think Chris Godwin's done for the year.
Yeah.
But I mean, Antonio Brown's back. He balled out last game. You still got Gronk. Still got a decent defensive line without Shaq Barrett. Still got Devontae White. Devin White. So they'll definitely be a good playoff team. Just that game can get out of hand. But I'll give the edge to Bucks because it's hard to go against Brady. I mean, it's Tom Brady. So that would match up. That would be second in the semis, the divisional. For me, it would be A versus Tampa again. I don't see A-Rod losing twice to Brady. I'm sorry. Especially without Chris Godwin. I know he still got Scotty Miller, who torched Kevin King last year. But I think by then, they'll have David Bakhtiari, the left tackle, back. They'll have Jair back. They'll have most of their defensive linebackers, including Zadarius Smith. I think the Packers win that game. It comes down to Cowboys-Rams. Cowboys would be home in this one. They get upset. I got Rams winning. They're going to Dallas, and they will beat the Dallas Cowboys. In a close one, though. I think Dak will struggle against that defense. And I think Stafford will do just enough against Dallas D-line and their secondary, just enough. Because Cooper Kupp, he's going to be on one. Trayvon Diggs likes biting on routes. Cooper Kupp's a great route runner. Unless they put Diggs on Odo,
That's still not good.
But Kupp doesn't really go deep. Well, deep straight. He goes deep horizontally. So
I mean,
I think that would be a fun matchup. Cowboys Rams divisional. I think Rams edge it out, leading to a Green Bay Rams matchup. I can't bet against A-Rod, man. I can't do it.
Tough.
Now he is dealing with that toe injury. That could bother their playoff hopes. That toe injury he has. But him and Devontae Adams, I mean, they play the Rams earlier this year?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
They did. Yeah, they just did. I remember that. Yeah, they won 36-28. I think the same outcome. I think Green Bay can pull it out again, and I think they'll go to the chip. I think that's how the NFC gonna go through Green Bay.
I'm gonna go ahead and break down mine. Basically the same, just Vikings at 6. So Packers get the bye, of course. You got the Cowboys, Eagles. I think the Cowboys obliterate them. Come on, bro. Cowboys obliterate them. Like you said, you got one DPOY candidate. Technically, you got 2 DPOY candidates on that defense. So hey, I mean, then you got the Rams and Vikings. It's Vikings for me. Rams and Vikings. If Dalvin Cook is healthy, Justin Jefferson, even though they just played, and the Rams got it.
Wasn't a smackdown.
Yeah, I probably gotta go Rams because Rams would be home, right? Yeah, I probably gotta go Rams. Bucks. Oh yeah, Bucks Cardinals. I think the Bucks easily win. Honestly, that's what I think. I think the Bucks
with D-Hop coming back.
I just don't see like the same Cardinals team that we saw in the beginning, just beating up on people. They're just Yeah, you could say injuries was a thing, but they were winning without the injuries. I mean, they were winning with injuries. So they were in the same boat that we were in the beginning of the season. And then, but ours is different. Ours just got worse. But the Cardinals is just not the same Cardinals team. Kyler Murray just doesn't look comfortable. I just don't see him looking like comfortable without D Hop out there. Even though AJ Green is looking like he's turning back the clock. And then Christian Kirk is good, all them James Conner, Jace Edmonds. I and then it's their first playoff. It's their first time in the playoffs too. Well, Kyler's first time in the playoffs. That's tough, man. That's tough. It's like imagine you playing your first game against Brady.
Yeah.
I just got the Bucks. But and then you said Packers. Next would be Packers Bucks. I think, like you said, I just don't see Brady. Not Brady. I don't see Aaron Rodgers losing back to back, especially because the Bucks are losing people left and right, and who knows if they'll be back in time. And then it's like Packers. Even though I've been hearing, I think I heard Chris Godwin will be out for the rest of the regular season, and he may be back postseason, but I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. But why rush it back when you got Antonio Brown? So I mean, hey. But I got Packers winning that, and then it'd be Cowboys, Rams, or Cowboys, Rams.
It's a good
Call
game.
me crazy. Call me crazy.
A lot of talent.
If Dak doesn't wet the bed, I got the Cowboys. If Dak doesn't wet the bed, I got them. So it's tough, bro. Because you got Tony Pollard and Zeke, they can run it up. CD, Amari.
Oh wait, no, they'd be home.
Michael Gallup.
Now the thing about Dallas, they are a great home team. I think I heard they're averaging around 35 points per game at home.
Yeah.
It's something around 30 plus at least. That is scary, and they would have home field if it ended today.
Yeah,
because they're the second spot.
And then on the opposite side, Trevon Diggs, Michael Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, and then Matthew Stafford hasn't been to the playoffs in a long time. He hasn't been to the playoffs in a long time. And then if Matthew Stafford, not really feeling it, you're away in your first playoff game in like how many years? I don't know. So it's tough to bet against because we've seen Matthew Stafford be uncomfortable. Didn't he just throw 3 picks?
Against the Vikings.
Yeah, they won, but he threw 3 picks still. If your defense don't do what they did or didn't do what they had to do, you probably would have lost that game. So it's obvious that you can make Matthew Stafford uncomfortable. Your offense just has to do its thing when you get the ball back. So I got the Cowboys upset. I think you'd be upset, even though the Rams were my pick beginning of the year to be in the Super Bowl. I got the Cowboys. I didn't think the Cowboys defense, especially, was going to play like this. I was not ready for that. But that would lead to a Packers. That would lead to a Packers and Cowboys NFC Championship. In Lambeau, wouldn't be surprised if see a little snow. I don't think Dallas can play in the snow. I mean, we saw what happened last time the Packers and Cowboys played in the playoffs. And,
Did Dallas catch it?
I mean, hey, shoot, I don't know. Maybe it may be a close game, but I I think it's gonna be a close game throughout the game, and then Packers like in the fourth quarter just lay it on them, just completely finish them off. So I also have the Packers go to the Super Bowl, and it's gonna be. Do I want to say that they have an easy chip? Do they have an easy chip out? I don't know. We're going to talk about that right now. Moving on to the AFC.
This is kind of interesting. This one gets interesting.
Got the Chiefs at 1. Got the Titans at 2. Bengals 3. Bengals 3. Bills 4. Colts 5. Patriots 6. Miami 7. If you would have told me week 1 that the Patriots and Dolphins would be, and the Bengals would be in the playoffs, I'd probably laugh at you. Well, maybe not the Patriots, but the Dolphins and Bengals would probably laugh at you. Who's on the outside looking in? Got some interesting names out here. Got the Chargers outside looking in. Raiders outside looking in. Ravens outside looking in. Steelers outside looking in. Browns outside looking in. Broncos outside looking in. High expectations for the Browns, Ravens, and Chargers, and they're outside looking in. We'll go ahead. We're going to dive into that. So, J. Lou, who do you have taken those last couple of spots? Those last couple of spots.
So, as of right now, I think I can wrap in. I think I'm going to wrap up and say Chiefs made it. Titans made it. Bengals made it. Now,
actually, it probably wouldn't be the last 2 spots. It'd be the last 2 through 7.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm confident. I'm confident in Cincy. They're 4-1 in the division. That goes a long way because the Steelers are 2-2, Browns are 2-2, and the Ravens are 1-4 in the division. You got the division edge. So if you tie with any of those teams, like you say you lose, they play the Chiefs and Browns. If they go 9-8, Browns would have to win. The Browns are the only team that can get the first seed over the Bengals in that division. So I think I'm gonna have to say Bengals wrapped it up in the division with the win against y'all last weekend. I think they got the title. Obviously, y'all been dealing with injury. This honestly is this the first Cincinnati Bengals division title? I can't really think of it off the top of my head right now. It may be, y'all. It may be history, but I got them finishing. Buffalo Bills. They're the 4th seed right now. I had them making playoffs. They play the Falcons and the Jets. I think they beat both teams. Finished 11-6 to make the 4th seed or the 3rd seed. I think right now I'll say they're the 3rd. They'll make the 3rd seed. I don't think the Bengals beat the Chiefs, which is coming up this weekend. So they'll fall to the 4th seed, but they will win the division. So I got the Bills at the 3rd seed in my playoff. But moving down to the hunt, this is where it gets interesting. Got the Colts in there. They're playing red hot. Jonathan Taylor's in MVP discussion. I think he has over 20 total touchdowns this season, which is good for a running back. Great, actually. And I think they do have another defensive. No, they have he made the Pro Bowl, his first Pro Bowl. Kenny Moore, their secondary. So their defense with Darius Leonard, DeForest Buckner, Kenny Moore, they're definitely playing really good. I think they make the 5th spot in the playoffs. 6th spot goes to the Pats. They get the 6th spot. They play the Dolphins to end the season. That would be a crazy playoff implication game. Because if the Dolphins lose that game, they may be out the playoffs if the Browns are able to beat the Bengals and win their next 2 games. I think the Browns play the Steelers on Monday night. The Browns win those 2 games, they're in the playoffs at the 7th seed, which would be a kind of a comeback. I mean, people have been writing out Baker Mayfield all year. And for the Chargers, they play the Raiders and I'm pretty sure the Broncos to end the season. So it comes down to 7th spot. Who I got? It's gonna either be Miami, Chargers, or Browns for me. In that 7th spot. I don't see the Raiders. They just lost. No, I think they won. They barely won against the Broncos this past weekend. That was a good win though. I think division rules this one. 7th seed. Man, this is tough. Give me the Chargers. I think the Chargers get the 7th spot. Eckler, Mike Williams come back. Hopefully this upcoming game. They'll definitely need them. If they're out though, I think the Browns get the 7th spot. I think the Browns push their way back in, and behind Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt is back this weekend. They're actually getting Jadeveon Clowney, Kareem Hunt. Some of their missing O-line guys this past weekend. I can see them making playoffs. So it's either going to be Chargers or Browns for me. But I'll roll with the Chargers right now because their record. And I think if they get Eckler or Mike Williams back, they'll be in. So for me, I'm saying my 1 through 7 is going to be Chiefs, Titans, Bills 3, Bengals 4, Colts 5, Pats 6, Chargers 7.
This is tough. Who would have thought I'd ever say the Bengals got the division on lock? Who would have thought? I didn't. But I guess they do. So, top 4 spots are on lock. Chiefs, Titans, Bengals, Bills. But I'm looking at the Colts. I think the Colts make it. I think they stay at 5. Actually, no. I think the Patriots go up at 5. I think the Colts fall down to 6. Now it's all on the 7th.
Mm-hmm.
My Ravens. We have no shot whatsoever. I saw Lamar Jackson go down a couple weeks ago, and I was like, you know what? Let's just call it a year. Let's just call it a year. Let's just call it a year. It doesn't even matter anymore. So I say we just lose out. We got Rams, we got Steelers. You know, might as well lose out, get a nice draft pick, get the highest draft pick we can. We go get more depth on that defense because this is hands down the worst defense I've ever seen in my life by a Ravens team. But we're not here to talk about that. We're not here to talk about that. Practice squad. So I think the Ravens don't make it. So it's between the Chargers. I don't think the Browns make it. I don't think the Steelers make it. Even though the Steelers probably beat us, I feel like week 17 decides who goes. Oh, well, if the Steelers go, because we're not going. But they play. Oh, Browns also back-to-back divisional games. Great. So it's a possibility. Dang, bro. One of the AFC North teams are going to go in.
You don't think Chargers, Raiders, Broncos making it?
And unless the Steelers and Browns tie, let me look at the Browns. Hold on.
You don't think Dolphins make it?
As good as they are, I think their hot streak runs out. Browns, Steelers, Bengals, Browns. Hey, who did this to where it's just AFC North matchups for the last to decide the
Usually
playoff
how
spot?
it is.
Man, let me look
The
at
last week of the
Chargers.
NFL season's always division games.
Chargers got Broncos, Raiders. Nah, Chargers got it. Chargers got it. Chargers.
Oh man, that's how the Ravens season fell out.
Nah. Facts. Anyways, I was saying. Yeah, Chargers go. Chargers make it at the 7th, and then we're going to decide. Let's see. So Chiefs get the bye. It'd be Titans, Chargers. Is Derrick Henry back?
They're saying he will. They're as of right now, there's looking like they're 75% sure he'll be ready for playoffs.
They better hope. The Chargers better hope Derrick Henry don't come back. They better hope. Because if he comes back, and the Chargers already aren't a good run defensive team, just are a good defense to stop the run. Derrick Henry comes back, he'll probably be slow, but I think he turns it up. So, give me the Titans. Give me the Titans. And then it's Justin Herbert's first playoff appearance. Yeah. So yeah, give me the Titans. Then we get Bengals, Pats. A nice old a battle of two young quarterbacks. But give me Belichick, man. Give me Belichick. That defense is going to. No hate on the Bengals because they just smacked us. No hate on them. I promise you, it's no hate on them. I had high hopes for the Bengals. Maybe
In
like
Cincy, they lose. They're
yeah.
gonna be playing in Foxborough weather.
Nah, I think Pat's got that. It's Belichick. Belichick back in the playoffs. Nah, against the young quarterback. Nah, give me the Bill Belichick is going to play as conservative as possible, and it'll work. I don't know how it's going to work, but it's going to work. So give me the Pats over the Bengals, and then we got the Colts, Bills. I honestly, because they played last year. The Bills and Colts played last
this year too,
and they played this year. Yeah, so I like the Colts. I like the Colts. Jonathan Taylor, he's steaming hot right now. Carson Wentz is playing like his MVP season, and the defense, of course. Come on now, and Josh Allen, and it's like the Bills. They just
no
haven't.
Tre'Davious White either for the year.
Yeah, it's just like they haven't looked good. Just the Bills just haven't looked good. They just won, yeah, but they just haven't. They haven't looked good. I just don't know what it is, man. It's just I think the Colts take that. So it would be Chiefs playing the Patriots.
Last time they played, Patriots won. Brady though, young Brady.
Chiefs, Patriots. Belichick versus Andy Reid. Ooh. If the Bengals offense can put up if the Patriots offense can put up points, this could be a game. And do I think the Patriots can make Patrick Mahomes uncomfortable? I think they can. This is tough. This is gonna be tough, bro. This is tough. Call me crazy. I think Patriots win off a last-second field goal. Off of a last-second field goal. I think it's going to be like the Chiefs come back and score too fast, and then Belichick just going to run completely over the Chiefs. He's not going to pass. They're going to run into the field goal range, and I just feel like that's going to work. And I mean, it would sound like it'd be the opposite, the other way around, with the Patriots going too fast and the Chiefs going field goal range. But I just think the Patriots do it, man. I just think the Patriots do it. And then we got the Titans and maybe Chargers.
Colts.
Would be Colts. Yeah, it would be Colts. It'd be Titans and Colts. Good old divisional matchup.
The
This is
king
gonna be a game.
returns versus the new king.
Oh, this is going to be a game. The battle of the top running backs in the league. This is going to be tough. Give me the Colts. Give me the Colts. The Colts, just because the Colts defense is better than the Titans defense. The Titans defense, I don't think, is going to stop the Colts offense from putting up enough points. The Colts defense can stop the Titans for a good couple of drives. That's what I think. And defense wins championships, of course. So I got the Colts. So I'm looking at a Colts and Patriots AFC championship. Crazy. That's crazy. A Colts and Patriots AFC championship.
No Manning and no Brady.
No.
Jones and Wentz.
Oh my goodness.
They just
Oh
played.
my goodness. They did just play.
Colts would be home again.
I don't think this is going to be a high scoring game. I don't see it as a high scoring game. But I think the Colts pull away. I think the Colts do it. I think the Colts do it, man. I think the Colts go to the Super Bowl. As of this moment, I think the hot streak continues into the playoffs. It is
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz, his revenge tour. Carson Wentz's revenge tour, man. It'd only be better if he played the Eagles in the Super Bowl, but we all know that's not happening. But the Colts in the Super Bowl, like the Colts had high expectations at the beginning of the season, but they didn't start off so hot. Now they're hot. And now they're making the Super Bowl for me. So I've got the Colts and Packers Super Bowl.
Only Manning was playing.
That's great.
Okay. For me, so the way I had mine set up, to reiterate it, was Chiefs 1, Titans 2. I got the Bills 3rd seed, Bengals 4th, 5th Colts, 6 Pats, and 7th Chargers. So it'll be Chargers, Titans. I think Titans win. They got one of the best man-to-man defense this year. So I think they'll cause Justin Herbert some problems, and especially if Derrick Henry comes back, the king. Even without him, I still think the Titans can pull that one out. So then that would make a matchup between the Bills and Pats for me. Ooh, that's a good one. See, NFL really is all about matchups. They just split the season series. It would be back in Buffalo. Last time it was in Buffalo, it was very windy, cold. Pats won that one. Josh Allen, Cole Beasley would be back from COVID by then, hopefully. Pats defense is still there. Judon's having a great season. Secondary's still great. I'm betting it will be cold, bad weather again. I got the Patriots, a very close one, 23-17, beating Buffalo. I just don't see the Bills getting the stops. I don't see them doing it again. But I wouldn't be surprised if they pull it out. So it could go either or. But I'm gonna roll with Bill Belichick in the playoffs. Leading to a Bengals and Colts game. He'll be in Cincy. Bengals offense is steaming right now. They got one of the best D-lines too. But I think the Colts edge them out. I think they're too young. I think Jonathan Taylor has a great game, over 100 yards on them.
Ooh.
I think the Colts win that one. Leading to a Kansas City versus Pats, just like you. And then Titans and Colts. I got Kansas City winning. I don't think the Pats can score with them. Kelsey, he's looking like a beast this year. There's not a soul who can guard him one-on-one. And you got, Tyreek Hill on the outside, McCole Hardman, Byron Pringle, Mahomes, you know how good he is. I don't see the Pats stopping them so many times. There's only so much time you can stop Mahomes. I think the Chiefs beat the Pats. The Chiefs pull that one out. Colts, Titans. Be in Tennessee. Now, Tennessee wins if Derrick Henry plays for me. The foot is bothersome, but if he gets going in that first playoff game, if I like what I see, Tennessee definitely wins. So I'm gonna roll with Tennessee with Derrick Henry. Without him, Colts win that one. So I'll give you, but either Titans, Chiefs, Colts, Chiefs. I got Chiefs beating both. Chiefs go back to the bowl, third year, and I finally get to see Holmes and Rodgers, and I can finally smile and see Aaron Rodgers go off into the sunset. It's the best quarterback.
Oh my goodness!
It would look so beautiful.
Regardless of both of our things, we both have the Packers winning the bowl, so it don't even matter. But hey, that's gonna wrap up this episode, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. We highly appreciate it. Let us know what you guys think down below. Are we valid? Am I valid, or is he valid? Y'all got a Colts Packers Super Bowl. You got a Chiefs Packers Super Bowl, man. Let us know down below what you guys think. And until next time, hey, this NBA, man, there's a lot of players going out, but we got they got a lot of young talent stepping up. So hey, who knows, man? We're gonna dive back into the NBA standings next time. So until then, it's your boys Juice and Lou, and we out of here. Peace.
Molly off the drugs. I got purple.